Hello, welcome to my channel. I thought you needed a little bit more than just staring at files over here, so we're recording my face today. If you like it, let me know. It's probably not gonna stay for every Sims video, because sometimes I like sitting here in the dark and recording and not turning the camera on. However, I am redoing my entire mods folder. I did a community post about this. As you can see, or maybe you can't tell, maybe you don't know, these are mods folders for The Sims 4. This is my current mods folder. It is 30 gigabytes. I've been working on this mods folder for, I'm not kidding you, like 5 years now. 5 years ago was the last time I restarted this mods folder from scratch. Around the time that Discover University came out, my entire game broke. I deleted my entire mods folder. My game was still broken. It wasn't my mods. And then I just started over. And I tried to organize it at first, but over the 5 years, I kind of just started throwing every single piece of CC into my mods folder, just straight in there. So it's a mess, as you can tell. And honestly, when your mods folder is this big, it kind of reaches a point where it's easier just to completely start it over than it is to try and organize what you have. This one on the right is my new mods folder. I'm really excited about this. I've spent like an entire couple days creating this. So I've organized it all by number. So everything is kind of grouped together. So all the ones are gameplay mods. All the twos are like cast things, minus clothing that has its own category. Then 3 is like lighting stuff. 4 is just dedicated to hair. 5 is like clothes. 6 is buy/build. I should probably have put buy build, but you know what? I know what it means. That's all that matters. And then better build, buy, and tool have to just be on their own, and so I just didn't mess with them and I just left them at the bottom. So if you are ever curious about what my go-to mods are, I'll tell you right now, but I'll probably make a dedicated video on this. I got UI Cheats, SimCity Loans mod, Shorter University Degree. I use the 4 credit one. Lumpino's relationships mod, and all of Lumpino's other mods. I have a few by Little Miss Sam. I got chores, more woodworks, quick shower, no shoes at home, the faster run to university, vacuum time reduced, and then allowance, which I've actually never used before. This is new in my game, so we'll see if it works or if it breaks my game. And I also have bed cuddle by The Pancake, so a smaller mod that just makes it a little bit more immersive and realistic, which is what my gameplay style kind of is like more realistic. To demonstrate, I am currently launching my game with my old mods folder and I'm timing it. So currently, it's just gonna sit here for a second. This is normally what it does. It just sits and it thinks for a solid while. I just have too much in my game. It takes a while to launch, and I already had Origin up for the record. I'm currently at 1 minute and 27 seconds, and it's still not even up. We're not even seeing a black screen right now. I do think that the wait time is heavily correlated to how many mods I have. When I first got this game, it launched like this. However, I do think a lot of the glitches that are in my game are related less to the mods folder and more to the save file and The Sims 4 being just glitchy. I'll get more into that later though in this video. We have surpassed 2 minutes and we're still waiting here, sitting nicely. We're at 2 minutes and 45 seconds and still nothing. I honestly was starting to worry that we hadn't launched the game because we're at 3 minutes and 20 seconds now, but as you can tell, it's grayed out, so the game is actually definitely launched. You know, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe all my game problems are related to my mods folder, because I didn't realize it was this bad. I knew it took a couple minutes, but we're almost at 4 minutes now, and that seems really absurd. Also, while we're waiting, I should mention that the art that we're looking at is my art. I'm an artist. Hi, I'm an artist. If you're just here because of Sips, I actually am an artist. This is my fun channel. Oh my god, it launched! At almost 5 minutes! But as I was saying, if you want to support my art, I'll link it below. 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and we're still on this black screen, just waiting for it to think and figure itself out. And now we're seeing this, and we're about to get to the main menu, and it's still thinking. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna load in, and it's still thinking about it. I just turned reshade off. 7 minutes and 12, 13, 14 seconds, and stop. 7 minutes and 17 seconds. That's how long it took me to launch this game with my old mods folder. Now we're gonna launch it with the new version of the mods folder. All right, and I clicked start. It is launching my game. And it's already up and on my screen loading in 7 seconds, which is crazy because before I had to fully like wait, and my PC would just sit there and work on it in the background for a while. And this is with reshade still, and I haven't done anything else to improve the time other than the mods folder thing. I haven't uninstalled, I haven't moved it to a different drive, I just turned reshade off for reference. Yeah, 32 seconds, we're already at the main menu screen. Isn't that crazy? Don't mind my art mess in the background, but I also wanted to talk about like my reasons for this. I don't know if anyone cares other than me, but I made a notes app bullet point list about why I'm doing this. At the top of my list is just better load times. My load times are pretty garbage right now. 30 gigabytes of mods will do that. I take full responsibility over the fact that that is totally an expected outcome of heavily modding your game. I get it. And with every single patch that comes out, my game runs worse and worse and worse. And the bugs are more and more and more, and things just are not really working the way that they used to. I want to just cull down the possible culprits. But if I'm being really honest, I don't think that the culprits is in my mods folder. I think it's just how the game is kind of going. There are people who don't mod their game, like James Turner, and their game runs like garbage just because their save files are really old. I've been playing the Watsons since 2021, so I've been playing them for the last 3, almost 4 years now. So they have a really old save file. I don't think the game is really meant to have save files that you play in forever, which is ironic. The community is like heavily built on legacy gameplay, so you'd think that they'd want your save files to last a really long time, but the honest truth is just the longer you have a save file, the more glitches and problems that you run into. My other goal is less bugs, hopefully. I say hopefully because once again, I don't think the culprit's in my mods folder, but I do think that just having less stuff to load will help my game. Right now, my new mods folder is sitting at about 13 gigabytes. It's not completely done yet, but it's pretty close. And so that's less than half of the things to load in my game. I think that the less bugs is going to come from less CC, but also the fact that I'm hoping to make a new save for the Watson Legacy. Like I said, that save is 3 going on 4 years old now. I started it in 2021. 4 years down the line, I'm sitting here still playing it, and now there's all this lore and all these sims and a big family with a big family tree, and they all have fleshed out stories in my mind, and it was like a complete accident. I just made like a sim to play on the stream one day, and then I fell in love with her family and her story. And I think the save just being from 2021 is like what's causing a lot of these problems. At least I hope. And then the other thing is I'm just hoping for less clutter and things that I never used to just not be in my game anymore. There'll just be less of it. That'll be nice. I also want to push myself to use the vanilla items in more creative ways, and I use custom content like all the time. And there's a lot of items in my game that real money has bought, and so I would like to take advantage of that stuff a little bit more and just push myself to be a little bit more creative with the vanilla items in the game. And that way I can also upload builds onto this channel and downloads for them, and it not have to require you to get like 5 gigabytes of mods just for the build to work. At least I'm hoping. This time when doing my mods folder, I didn't get merged anything unless I didn't have an option. So if there was like a CC set of things, I downloaded all the pieces individually instead of merged together. This is worse for loading times, but is better for if I'm trying to export a build with CC and I'm trying to give a build to someone without requiring them to get like an entire set of CC when I only used one item from it. This is also to kind of change my sim style a little bit. I want more quirky sims, basically. I know quirky is like such a cringe word to use. I think all my best sims are sims that have had babies with sims that aren't made by me, made by other people who have really unique sim styles. And so I kind of want to push myself into a kind of different sim style and a new eyes. I haven't changed my Sims 4 eye default in years, and I changed it. And my skin too, I changed both of them, so I'm hoping for the best with that. Also, this presents a unique opportunity to play in a new save file. The save file that I was playing in before was from 2021, and it was by Ratboy Sims, and it was a great save file, but when you've been playing in the same game for multiple generations in The Sims, especially over the last 4 years, you know, at a certain point we didn't have neighborhood stories, and so we didn't really have story progression, and so everyone just kind of died unless I used MCC's story progression. That comes with its own chaos. Everyone's married to weird people, they have weird last names, I don't recognize any of the Sims in my games, there's just generations of randomized townies at this point, and I'm excited to be able to start in a save file that has kind of rich gameplay lore, like hopefully relationships between characters, stories to uncover, people to befriend, but then they have their own fleshed out lives in and of themselves with like lore and things to discover. Things that you just kind of lose after playing in the same save for 4 years, which I've definitely lost in my Watson Legacy save. Like, if I recognize a last name, I'll gravitate towards those Sims because, like, I know there's a story there, but I could just start in a new save where every sim has a story, pretty much, except for the random generated ones. And overall, I just want the save to be more cohesive, to have all of the packs in all of the worlds. Hopefully I'm going to use some CC in this save so that it just feels more integrated. Right now, there's a very stark difference between what my Sims house looks like and what their next door neighbor, who's a random generated townie, looks like, in terms of their appearance and the build items that are used and the pack items that are used in a lot of the new worlds. It's just like base game plus that pack. So not only did I go through and re-download almost 15 gigabytes worth of mods so far and organized it all, I'm starting the lofty goal of making myself an entire save file on top of this project. And here is my thought with completely remaking every single world in The Sims. This is going to be a daunting undertaking. I'm not planning on this being an anytime soon thing. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I gave up on this project. But my goal is to do that. I've wanted to make a Sims 4 save forever. I'm hoping that this will serve as good motivation to do so, since it's like got an end goal. I've been building the first house for it yesterday, and I came up with this whole storyline for these Sims that live there and their kind of relationship with some other Sims in the world, and so I'm really excited and I'm just hoping that I can make a bunch of Sims that I'm really proud of and a bunch of houses that I'm really proud of, and then hopefully I can release it publicly. It will have CC in it though, so it'll be a little unique in that way. But I don't think that that's a bad thing, because hear me out, there's so many vanilla saves out there, and then if you're like me and you really don't mind heavily modding your game, you can have like a fun save to use. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, so I'm here in editing to outro this video because I didn't really outro this when I initially recorded this, and honestly, I don't really even know how to outro it right now. It looks like I just spent 14 minutes just rambling and telling you all these things about my game and what I'm gonna do with my game that I haven't even done yet, so I don't even have anything to show you, just like my future plans. Honestly, this channel has kind of just become a diary of like things that I'm doing in my game or about my game now, I guess. Either way, I've been having a lot of fun recording these. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself on my other social media platforms, and so it's been really nice to have like a no pressure one. So thank you for watching the like unorganized, just like whatever I want channel. I think it's so cool that people are still watching this. Anyways, this outro is scattered enough, so thanks for watching, basically, is all I have to say. Bye.